Hang on, can you guys hear me now? So I've taken off the headphones. Hang on, can you guys hear me now? I've taken off the headphones. Yes. Hang on, can you guys hear me now? Okay. All right, so you can hear me now. So sorry about that, guys. All right. So let's revamp that. So Mars is at 29 degrees. So that means everything is ramped up. Everybody's ramped up. And it is the energy of let's just do it anyways. Like it's like I'll figure it out later. And with the moon going over this is like a lot of internal frustration that is coming forward. As Mars goes into Gemini, it hasn't been there since March of 2021 when it was there last. Now that goes into a lot of information about the elixir being, Joe Biden came out, I think at that time, saying, elixir for everybody. There's going to be it for everybody. So that came out then. And about the passport. So a lot of things to do with the passport. I think what you're going to see is that the passport's going to go to the side. Like you're not going to hear about the passport anymore. You're not going to hear what people talking about it. The only time you're hearing about anything is when they want to make some more money. so there's, and with Mars going into Gemini and he's going to be retrograding there, he hasn't retrograded, or we haven't gone through this energy with him being there since 1943. So you got to think of what was going on in 1943 with this energy. So we're looking at the intensity ramping up with this energy. With Mars going there, Mars is like getting out of detriment, getting out because he does not like being in Taurus because it's slow moving, nothing is moving, So there's a lot of slowness that's happening, and it's Gemini, it's mutable. So there's going to be a lot of chit chat. I would take a look if there's my lovely little Geminis out there. If you have a Gemini moon, do you have a Gemini sun? Do you have a Gemini rising? You're going to feel this intensity that's going to be coming up. You might be feeling things are just, you can't get your thoughts straight, a little bit wonkiness. Those who have the Gemini in the first house, with the Gemini rising, that might be in January and stuff for about 4 or 5 weeks. You're going to be feeling a little bit of craziness. With those with a Gemini sun, depending where your sun is, and if it's later on or if it's early stages, this means that you're going to be feeling a little bit more frustration, a lot more I'm going to say you're going to be overwhelmed. Like my poor little Geminis are going to be just totally overwhelmed with all of this. And so emotions are going to run high. Now, even though you might not be a Gemini, you're going to feel this intensely yourself too, because you have Gemini in your chart and it's in one of those houses. So you check to see what house Gemini is for you and see if there is any other aspects that are in there, because that's going to amplify things even more. So we're heading, with Gemini, with Mars, this energy of going forward. The next is Mars or Mercury. So Mercury is opposite Neptune. Neptune, Mercury, disillusionment, propaganda, what's going on. So a huge propaganda, and it's in Virgo. How are we going to get things done? How are we going to do things? And it's going to do this 3 times because it's going to be going retrograde soon. So we have Mercury going to be going retrograde. Uranus is going to be going retrograde next week. So we got the Uranus retrograde next week. Whew. And that's going to bring up a whole kettle of fish, because it's going to go, as it goes retrograde, it's going to be starting to square Saturn. So we're going to be going back to that Saturn-Uranus square. So we're going to be feeling this heat, this intensity coming in, having us to look at the things in the shadows that we need to release and let go of again and again and again and again. So as this is unfolding for this is going from where we're this is as humanity going from the balls of hell and rising up. So how are we getting through all of this to rise up to heaven, to rise up to our highest good? And here is this energy that is getting us to look at intensely our lives and the world around us. How are we connecting with those around us? It's the communication, it's our actions are coming into play. How are we being of service? How are we doing the things that we need to be doing? Are we showing up, or are we hiding away? This is where, it's summertime. Are you hiding away and it's summertime? Right? So it's getting out there. It's connecting. It's using that beautiful energy, because, the sun is still in Leo until next week. So we have this beautiful energy of the sun being at home. This is a beautiful heart energy coming in, stepping in, doing the things that, that bring us joy, that bring us excitement, right? And allowing us to, if something does happen, being able to go with the flow of the changes instead of going and trying to ram your head up against the wall and trying to, make it move. So, yeah, intensity is heading in. And as September, October, November, woohoo! Get ready for the whirlwinds that are going to be happening and unfolding for us. I think there's going to be different pushes put upon society, but the more push that they have, or the more push that they're going to be doing, I think you're going to be seeing and feeling more of the uprising happening with people in and around the world. And this is going to become where people, the intensity is saying, they're showing me a loose on somebody's neck. It's like, how much tighter can they put the loose on your neck before you say no more? I remember when the trekkers went to Ottawa and stuff, and totally behind them in what they were doing, and mentioning that on my Facebook, and somebody says, well, I haven't seen any of my rights taken away. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But that's the thing. It's like, a lot of people don't see it. They think, well, hey, they said get this, I'm going to do this. They said do this, I'm going to do this. But the thing is that you think that you're being the good citizen. You think that you're being the good person. Then all of a sudden you go, and then it's not there for you anymore. The backing's not there. Or you find out it was a false narrative that they've been feeding you. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out and they say that it was some kind of German, or not German, chemical warfare upon humanity. Something like that coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out in the news. So this is, and that means that anybody who got it, that means you were subjected to some kind of chemical warfare, germ warfare. So this is the type of things that are going to be coming in. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out. You know me, just throwing it out, just seeing. And this is where it's this, the black swan effect, this energy of what you thought, okay, this is what they said, this is what we thought was real. And all of a sudden it's like a 360, something's coming in that's really going to shatter people's reality even more than what it's been shattered. And we're going to be feeling it even more intensely. So it's definitely, this is where, if you want to get the one-on-one, because I have the sale on for one-on-one, 10 sessions. This is 10 sessions. So that means that we book you in for 10 months or twice a month for 5 months, whatever it is, for $600. My rate is usually $180 an hour. So for 10 sessions, that's what, $60 for an hour. That's not too bad. So if you want to get in on this, and I have 8 spots available, that's it. So I've had 2 spots have already been taken. So 8 spots are available right now. And that's how I'm going to be, that's how I feel like I'm going to be working things right now, is doing more packages for people so that you can get in on some deals. And because of the intensities that are coming in, this is really looking at that spiritual guidance and stuff like that. If you have any mental illness, get your help now, because you're going to find, because as we get with the Mercury retrograde and we go to Mars Mars is going retrograde on October 30th. So the day before Halloween, Mars goes retrograde. So you want to talk about cray-cray? And then we're going into the eclipse season, coming into October and November too, with the Saturn, or with Scorpio and Taurus energies. So this is coming into it goes retrograde in between eclipses. Like, oh my God, like fuck me. No, bless me. Yeah, bless me. This is going to be, so if you suffer from any type of depression, any borderline personality disorders, psychosis, bipolar, any form of mental illness, really start looking at the help that you need now, or anything that you need now to get yourself in a position where, when this starts going crazy, crazier energetically, you have some kind of really strong foundation for yourself, because otherwise it can really throw you a loop. And especially with Mercury opposing Neptune, like that's gnarly crap, man. That's disillusionment, that's frustration, not able to get my thoughts right. Everything just seems, so out there and expansive, and overwhelmness can come in for people as well. So it's honoring yourself and honoring on this journey that we have set ourselves onto at this time. So that's going to be extremely crucial as well. So big buildups are coming in when it comes to energies. I mean, Calgary, I'm just going to say from Calgary, there's been, how many people have driven into stores? Really? There was just a stolen truck drove into a co-op here in town. Again, another one. So people are not, things are going haywire. Things are going nutty. The other thing too, with the movie star who drove into the person's house, God bless the person's house, the person that, but there's some really funny, funky things that are going on around that as well. TMZ had her sitting up, and they're trying to cover her up, even though they said that she was burnt. And if you're a burn victim, even if you're alive, if you're alive and you're a burn victim, you don't cover the person up with a cloth. Oh my God. And she sat up and they showed her back. She had no burns. It was just really weird. So it's like, okay, are we getting the truth in all of this? The other thing too is that she's coming out with I don't know if it's a documentary or a movie on trafficking. So a few people who've been trying to come out with movies on trafficking have not, have sort of disappeared. So, and then Jamie Foxx, who's coming out with a movie, people don't like that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be a Mexican. I'm sorry, Robert Downey Jr. He did blackface. He did very well with that. And they probably wouldn't get over there, but the woke society doesn't want it. They're wanting the movie crushed. So this is where it's like, okay, there's these narratives that are coming in that are trying to force people to believe in a certain way, to go in a certain way. The energies are really like, there's a push back. There's this energy that wants to come back and push back on this as well. So as we head into the weekend, the moon's going to be in Gemini. So I find, when the moon's in Gemini, I'm awake. Like moon in Gemini is kind of like, whoa, what are we doing? What's happening? What's happening? In my side reel, when I do side reel astrology, my moon is in Gemini. So it's just like, yeah, here we go. It's taking another look at the directions that you want to go into. Looking at how you can stay grounded, making sure you have a meditation practice set up. I have meditations that are going to be starting in September, if you wish to join me. And this is like looking at things in a whole new way. So setting our energies into a new road and a new way. So hang on, there's going to be some gnarly crap that's going to be coming out through the news. And I think push comes to shove. There's going to be some more things that are going to be happening throughout Russia and Ukraine. That scenario's really going to get pretty gnarlier. And same with China. So this is like, oh, wow. We're going to feel it. We're going to feel the intensities. And this is where sometimes you might feel like you're in hell, but this is where, I'm going to say it again, prayers, meditation are the way to go. So there they are. I'm going to grab my Angel Tarot cards. Excuse me, as you guys get to see my cleavage. Woohoo! Exciting. Okay, let's pull out some cards for the day. I'm going to pull out 3 cards for us. 4, we'll see. So I do have 3 card readings. So if you want to book a reading, it's a maximum of 30 minutes. So if you want to book in, it's $50, and we can sit down. I loved it. Virginia came over and saw me yesterday, and she came over for a little mini reading. And it was really nice because we got to visit. So if you want, and I am home, we can do something like that. But you got to bring me a Starbucks. That's the thing. Got to bring the Starbucks. So let's see what our first card is. It's the Moon card. So we have the Moon coming in. So with the Moon, let's see what the angel is for us for today with the Moon card. So the angel is Elmiah, E-L-E-M-I-A-H. Hidden God is the angel of inward journeys. So the moon is coming in. This is about inward journeys. It's about taking that time, allowing yourself to take the time this weekend to do the journeying that you want. It is said that Elmiah watches over the oceans and the seas, protecting those who travel upon them. So looking at and resolving psychological problems. That's interesting too. So we got the moon coming in along with the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, she actually came in reversed. The Queen of Cups with the moon, I mean, are you listening to your emotions? Are you listening to the information that's coming to you? Or are you all getting into your head? This is a time to really look at your intuition, trusting your intuition upon this. Because when the Queen comes in reversed, I mean, that's very much saying you're not listening. You're getting too much in your head, and if you get too much in your head, then it's very difficult to find the directions that you want to go into, right? And we want to find the directions that we want to go into. And this one, may the support you give to those you love be appreciated and returned to you in kind. So it's looking at the love that you give, and it's being reciprocated. So a risk for empty nester syndrome. This could be mother issues that come in too with this as well, because it's the cups, it's Cancer, it's the moon. So the moon when Cancer rules the moon, so there's a lot of energy that's coming in with the moon, coming in with this internal energy, and with that overall is the Ace of Pentacles. So are you going into the direction that you want to go into? What are you resisting? What is that resistance that's happening at this time? So it's, take a few moments, go sit by the river, go sit by the, on a beach, by a tree, in the forest. Take some of that time, because it's that internal journey that we are going through at this time. And that internal journey is going through, it's like you're going through the 7 chakras. You're going through your root and the Kundalini rising up.
Color.
Allowing for yourself to rise up, rise above, and through that all, trust in the information that comes forward with you. Trust in what's coming in. So the overall spiritual guidance is the King of Swords. He's saying trust. We're going through this internal things. Trust in this guidance. Trust in this knowledge that you have. You got it, the foresight. Trust in it so that you can go forward and call in your angels along the way. So the more you call in the angels, this is where you're going to be feeling a lot more protected and guided upon the journey that you're on. So there you guys go. So let me know if you're wanting to book in. And yeah, let's just keep on shining, keep on going, everybody. Onwards and upwards. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you, and all you say and all you be and all you do. Blessed be. Let's go, baby. Let's go. It's go time. It's go time. Oh, one other thing for those that parents out there, and if you use anything like Tylenol and stuff like that, liquid Tylenol for children or any Tylenol for kids, massive shortages are coming in on that. So if any types of medication, so making sure that for your kids, especially as we're going into the fall and back to school and all of that, so making sure that you have things on hand for your kids with for flus and coughs and colds and all of that kind of stuff. I know some of you guys don't use any of that. You're holistic and everything else. That's awesome. Even with that, make sure you got your stuff on. You make sure you have your medication. So you're going to be starting to see a lot of things to do with medication, cold and flu and stuff, shortages, big ones coming in. So heads up, people. God bless, and we will talk to you soon.